Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC out here at the Avon Park Aero Models Club. We're going to take up the DHC Beaver, DYNAM BEAVER version 2. Have a little bit of fun with her. Got a 2200 4S in there. Trying a hobby with a 40C. All right, running an AR620 antennaless receiver, if I remember correctly. And timer set for 5 minutes. Going to fly in my high rates. A little windy, but that's okay. Right, left, up, down, right, left.
Takeoff flap, landing flaps. Flaps are up.
Probably will not be needing flaps today. Got a little bit of a headwind. Not too terribly bad, about from the northwest. So kind of a little bit cross runway, but not too terribly bad. All right, she got them big old bush wheels on there. All right, let's go. Just turned into the wind immediately. Oh well. Beautiful plane in that sun. A little bit up elevator. Like I said, I don't have any kind of gyro, just an AR620 antennaless receiver, so no kind of gyro or anything. But that's okay.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Wing over. Doesn't quite have the aileron authority I'd like, but that's okay. I'm actually doing things with her that she's not really designed to do.
Landing flaps.
Let's try to see if I can. Actually, flaps are pretty good right now, even though it is windy.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Good flying plane. Be very beginner friendly. But I would suggest putting a gyroed receiver in her just to give you that extra stability. But just to show you how stable she is without a gyroed receiver. An AR631 would be perfect for this plane. There, walk the dog a little bit. That's what I call it. It's just an extended touch and go.
Flaps are up.
But I call that walking the dog. All right, put them flaps back up and let's do the same maneuver. Without the flaps.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
All right,
Landing flaps.
let's actually get an actual landing this time. See if we can't do a better takeoff.
up.
But I know the wheels look like they're bending all over the place. They're actually rock solid. It's meant to take that kind of abuse. That's one of the reasons why I say this is very beginner friendly. The plane can take some hard landings and some weird situations. All right, let's get out of here on the grass. Doing a grass takeoff. All right.
Takeoff flaps. Flaps are up.
All right. Turn around.
Landing flaps.
And we'll land on that grass. We'll settle in. All right.
Takeoff flaps.
One more time.
Flaps are up. One minute.
All right. Take off from the grass, no flaps. A little bit of a knife edge here, but she's got a lot of dihedral in the wings, so it makes holding a knife edge kind of difficult. All right, we're gonna land the grass for our final. No flaps. No flap landing. No flaps. No flaps. We don't need no stinking flaps. All right, see if I can turn against that
30
wind.
seconds. Prop is secured. Safe to approach.
All right, real quick before we go back to the bench. Can't really see it right now because it's so bright, but we got a landing light, nav light, or net landing light here and here. And on the end of the wings, you have a flashing red nav, and on the end of that wing, a flashing green nav. And then you got the flashing red up here, but of course you can't see it right now because it's so bright outside. She does have flaps.
Landing flaps. Flaps are up.
And this gear, see, this gear is meant to take abuse. That is why I say it's so beginner friendly. And that big old honking tail wheel has suspension too. All right, well, let's take it back to the bench and we'll talk about it. Now, we had a timer set for 5 minutes. And I got 28 seconds for 4 minutes and 32 seconds. CG on the plane, I don't remember the actual numbers, but if you look at the red paint there and put your finger right behind that red paint, that's where I have the CG at, and that's just about perfect right there, basically about 1.5 inches in. Now, the only drawback to this plane is I didn't like these wheels at first, but they've grown on me because they're so functional. She's a bottom loader. A lot of people don't like bottom loaders. Let me check the battery real quick, and then we'll get you a actual battery report. And you got them antenna on top, so be careful how you don't just plop it down. You'll break those antenna. 38% left, so that's a perfect storage rate. So really 5 minutes is perfect on and that is a 2200 China Hobby. All right, let's talk about rates. real quick so you can see the deflection of the wings. All right, I flew in my high rate, which are 100% throws over 30% expo. On the ailerons, that's what that looks like. On the elevator, that's what that looks like. And on the rudder, that's what that looks like. All right, and that's, like I say, 100% throws, 30% expo on everything. Flap system. All right, there is a flap mix. Flaps up are a positive 100%. Takeoff flaps is a positive 50% with 11% down elevator mix. And then landing is 0% with a 22% down elevator mix, 2-second deployment. And you kind of look at that elevator, it just barely moves down. And at those settings, I don't really notice any pitching up or down, so that works out really well. That's the mix anyways. All right, well that is the DYNAM DHC DYNAM Beaver version 2 from DYNAM, sent to me by FPV Builds RC up in West Babylon, New York. Anthony, thank you so much. This is a great flying plane. She's got some upgrades. I don't know how much of these are upgrades or not, but she got more lights, got the big gear, better motor, and hard points here where the struts attach. And I can't think of what else. I didn't have the first Beaver, but all I know is that it's supposed to, things are better. But she flies great to me. The prop was perfectly balanced. DYNAM planes, you typically are not all that fast because they have a lower KV. They opt for larger props with a deeper pitch and with less throw or less RPM. So that's one of the reasons why they don't fly as fast. But they're really good on batteries, and I was hitting her pretty good and windy. But like I said, I got AR620 in there, so no kind of wind mitigation. However, had I had a gyro receiver, a lot of this wind, you wouldn't be seeing the wing rock so much. So, well, there you go, folks. Thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends. God is good. And DYNAM DHC Beaver version 2. Bye-bye. Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, gonna take up the DYNAM DHC Beaver version 2 from FPV Builds, RC Builds and Tech, up in West Babylon, New York. Anthony, Jackie, how y'all doing? Right, left, up, down, right, left.
Take off flaps.
All right.
Take off flaps.
You turn around here. All right. Oh. Well, that's okay. It wants to go travel. Kind of bouncing the.
Flaps are up.
Run a 40C 4S China Hobby 4S with a 40C discharge. Kind of a lower light settings right now, that way you can see the lights on the plane. Good flying, stable plane. I really recommend this for a beginner. Solid plane, very stable. Easy to see, easy to fly. I'm running an AR620. Take it up. An AR620 antennaless receiver. A little bit of upward spiraling knife edge here. Now, the plane has a lot of dihedral in the wing, so for that reason I'm going to try inverted flight, but
Time remaining 4 minutes.
actually it's not too bad.
Landing flaps.
All right, turn around here. Yeah, had a little much too much of a downward angle there. Let's try that again. This time without the flaps. Really see them lights. Just walk a dog here. Walking the dog is what I can, just a long touch and go is all it is, an extended touch and go.
Landing flaps. Time remaining 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Flaps are up.
this plane can be a touch and go machine. Like I say, very beginner friendly. And it's a DYNAM, okay? So that means, number one, you're not going to spend as much money on it. Number two, very easy, economical on the batteries. And number three, you're going to have to work at putting her together. DYNAMs sometimes take a little bit of finesse to put together. They do. And that's good because it teaches you discipline, thinking outside the box. And it may be a little frustrating to put them together. Sometimes you got to work at them, get things to fit right. But it makes you appreciate the hobby and makes you think. And you're rewarded with a great flying plane that looks good, flies good, and is easy on the wallet. Or you could buy a Beaver from some other manufacturer that goes together easy, but it's going to cost you $150 more, or you know, a whole lot more, and it's going to fly. It's not going to fly any better, and it's probably going to burn through the batteries quicker than this one will. So I would rather have to put a little bit of work in. Tail never touched. All right, we're going to have to cut this short because the bugs are getting bad. Let's make a high-speed pass, well, as fast as this thing goes right down the runway. Or if I can get the snap roll. Not too bad, not too shabby. All right, let's land from the west.
Landing flaps.
That's that beautiful sunset there. Whoa.
Flaps are up.
All right.
Take off flaps. 1 minute. Flaps are up. Landing flaps.
Now, if you're expecting a rocket ship and a super fast, agile plane, don't even look at this one. This is for Sunday afternoon cruising.
Flaps are up.
I gotta get one good landing.
Take off flaps. Flaps are up. Landing flaps. Flaps are up. Landing flaps.
All right. Yeah, look at them lights. $28% left. And that is a $17 4S battery. 40C China Hobby 4S. Economical battery. Flew for a full, basically however long, 5 minutes or so. Had a good time. And that's the name of the game. Alright. If I can get the back in there. Alright folks, well there you go. That is the DYNAM DHC Beaver. One great flying plane, very durable, and a lot of fun. Y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then Beaver version 2s. Bye, Anthony.